Yippee-ki-yay, mother...
Flipper.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother...
Hugger.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother...
Fudger.
Helper. Yippee-ki-yay, mother...
Welcome to Cry Hard 3. Hello and welcome to Cry Hard 3. I'm Adam Whitty, with me John Smallwood.
Hello.
And Louise Sellers.
Hello.
We're finally all here.
Yay! Now, thanks to a little malfunctioning with the computers this week, we're going to do our own news.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is Burst News.
In the news this week, Nelson Mandela has died at the age of 95.
You're joking. Was that on the news?
I don't know. I'm making this stuff
I
up.
heard it in passing, I
That's
think.
what I heard in passing. In other news, another man has died in a car crash,
In a film I've never seen.
and there was a storm.
Yeah. And flights are delayed in the UK, according to BBC News app.
Oh, you've actually got the news up, see, she's professional.
I'm
not.
What else has happened this
In
week?
other news, a fantastic new podcast has been released by Burst Radio, presented by new star Adam Whitty, called the Bristol University News Quiz. If you want to listen to that, it is on the website.
Oh, that explains quite a lot, because Whitty is...
Featuring myself.
Oh, is it featuring you?
Yeah.
Who didn't call me then?
You're busy.
You were busy.
You are
was I
terminally busy.
You said that day that you had been in surgery all day.
Oh, yeah, I didn't, yeah.
You know what?
10
You
hours.
sent me Snapchats throughout the day, which I assumed you were busy working. You'd actually been in surgery,
Yeah.
sending me Snapchats.
Yeah, lol.
Profesh.
Not of, like, the actual surgery,
No.
GMC, if you're listening. No, there was no confidential information at all. in
Just
the
of his
Snapchat.
face complaining about the surgeon's choice in music.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Did you see John's face then when you said just complaining about the surgeons?
Yeah, no.
It just lit up.
I was like, what is
No,
she going to say
John
next?
loves the surgeons. He just doesn't like that they play Keen on repeat.
Oh, I love Keane, but I don't like 1.5 albums of Keane 1.5 times non-stop in order.
Now, speaking of Keen, we have chosen each other's songs today.
That was meant to be a secret
No,
till the end.
no, but what I'm thinking is if we
Such
mention
a
it
ruiner.
now, then it makes sense, but then if we don't mention it for the rest of the show, then people might forget about it, but it will come back to them.
Let's hope
Great.
you're a
So
forgetful
you're
lot.
basically, yeah, exactly, hoping that all of our listeners have dementia.
Listener.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Singular.
Well, most of them are on drugs right now, I think, so
Probably.
That's all right.
yeah, most of them are being wheeled out of a mental hospital, so...
Wow. Opinions are expressed entirely by Whitty and are not representative of others.
Especially not me.
I was just talking about my parents. How was your week, John?
My week was really good. It was quite long, quite tiring, quite stressful, as usual. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good fun, though.
it's really hard being a medic.
It's hard.
Like, actually hard, though.
It's quite hard. Yeah.
Trying not to kill people on a daily basis
Try
must
not-
be
yeah, try not to
very
kill people.
stressful.
That is correct.
Must be
Yeah.
difficult being spoon-fed for, 5 years? Just turning up. What?
Hanging up.
Just turning up.
Just turning up. People telling you what to do.
Well, you have to choose. You have to make your own timetable for a lot of it. To be fair on me.
Make your... I could do that.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing for 4 years, John!
Yeah. How many hours a week?
20 to 25.
20 to 25 hours a week.
But I've also created a brand new podcast, which took up a lot of my time. The Bristol
take
University News Quiz, which is available on Burst Radio now.
See, I saw that you'd liked it, and then commented something about I'm a big fan of this podcast. I didn't realise it actually had you in it. That's just sad.
John, I'm going to get you on next time.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Narcissism goes down well here.
Thank you.
Oh, John's face.
Yeah.
John briefly fell asleep. He's also got narcolepsy, if you didn't know.
narcolepsy and every lepsy.
Because you've done an 8 to 8 today, haven't you?
A what?
8 till 8.
No, that's next Saturday.
Oh, right.
Next Saturday I'm doing 8 till 8, but I have been up since 7:30 this morning.
Oh.
I woke up at 9, which is the earliest I've woken up on a Saturday in about 5 years, I think. I'm feeling so motivated.
Oh, good.
I talked to John about this the other day. I found out if you go to bed earlier, you get up not feeling knackered, which is magic. And so I've been trying to do that, and I just feel so full of life all the time. Isn't the world brilliant, guys? Yeah?
It's great.
Yes.
It's great.
I hate the world. I went to sleep, couldn't sleep until 4:30 this morning. I've had 3 hours sleep.
You should take that Barocca we found in the corridor.
Yeah.
Take that back.
Or stop taking all that coffee.
It wasn't the coffee, it's because I'm so stressed. I've got this concert today and I'm nervous.
I could offer you something.
You could offer
What
me
concert
something.
Knock
is
you
that,
out.
John?
What?
What concert is that, John?
That's
Plug.
the Galenicals music concert, which
And
I
where
hope
is
no
that,
one
John?
comes to because the more people that aren't there, the
Where's it
better.
being held?
It's being held at here at like 9 p.m. No, Cardiff. In Cardiff.
And how much tickets?
It's in St Paul's Church.
Where? Yeah.
7. No.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know. 6:30, something like that.
We will see you all there.
We'll see none of you there.
I also have a table for sale. £15.
£15 for a table. That is not bad. That's a bargain.
It is.
It's a bargain.
Hey Louise, didn't I do that joke on the Bristol University News quiz that I...
Oh yeah, that quiz that you hosted that I was also on, which you should definitely go listen to right now on burstradio.org.uk.
Yes.
Where, by the way, if you want to contact us, get on the message board for our live radio show, or contact us on the Facebook group or Cry Hard 3's Twitter page.
Yes. I haven't gone on Twitter since I did like a 5-minute rant on there where I just went a bit mental and started messaging all my friends and Keen. I sort of sent...
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't hate
Sponsored
mail.
by Keen. Yeah. That should be our new tagline.
We do have some Keen coming up, though, don't we?
We do have some
That's
Keen coming
Louise's
up.
choice.
Yes, I love Keen.
Later.
She loves Keen so much.
I especially love the babyface singer whose name I forget.
Chaplin,
There we go.
I think. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I actually knew that because I saw him tweeting about the cricket this week.
So tweet that. You're basically besties, aren't you?
Defo.
That's the thing about Twitter.
Me and Thomas.
Yep.
Me and Chapo.
Yeah, definitely.
Chapos. Now it's time, I think, for our first song, which I think it's time for us to get serious for a second, lads, because you know we often just bypass the music, but sometimes we do play special tracks. And this week, I've chosen "Take That, Never Forget," which I think is from their third album, which I would say was their best album. And I think the lads have pulled off a blinder here, to be honest. Don't you?
It's one of your favourites, isn't it? I mean,
It's
you're
one of my favourites.
always talking about this song. I've heard you sing it in the
Pulls
shower.
on my heartstrings.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I'm pretty... This sounds just like you when you sing it in the shower.
Well, I've never forgot what an impact this song has had on me personally, and what a great song it is.
Yeah, it's pulled you through the difficult times.
It has.
Mm.
There have been times when I've been low, but the soft voice of this choir and Barlow.
Yeah, it's just helped you get through the 22 to 25 hours a week of your own timetable.
Yep. Yeah,
Well.
well, you know, I have to make my own motivation. I just don't have to turn up at some hospital and they tell me what to
Guys,
do.
you're ruining the song.
Oh yeah, here we go. Take that. Cry Hard 3, best. Gary, Mark, Robbie, Jason, Howard, you pulled it out of the bag there, lads. Great song, never forget. On Burst Radio, you're listening to Cry Hard 3, and we're all here for the first time. John, you've got a great never forget story, haven't you?
I have an acceptable never forget story.
Yeah.
Mediocre at best.
Mediocre at best, thanks, Louise.
Well, that sums up the show.
That does sum up the show, yeah. Just that I was playing it in the surgery and some nurse was like, "Hey, did you choose this song? Because it says a lot about you." And I was like, "Yeah, I've had it in my head all week." Like Whitty has, clearly. And then obviously just stood up and properly went for it during the chorus, and she found it very funny, that's all.
You're allowed to sing in
Gee.
surgery.
Thank you.
I didn't sing, I just stood like emotionless but with my arms in the air and
Dropped
sat back
the
down
scalpel, flung it in the air as
Yeah.
your blood flies across
Something
the
like
room.
that. I mean,
Yeah.
the patient died as a result, but it was hilarious.
Medical bants.
That's 3 deaths we talked about. So far.
That's got to be a record for us.
Right, so now it's time for Louise's Imaginarium. So
Yay!
Louise, this is your feature. Tell everyone what it is. I
This
played
is-
the wrong jingle.
This
though,
is
for
the wrong jingle, but I'm going to keep on talking.
It's all right. I've got it.
Welcome to Louise's Imaginarium, a brief glimpse inside the madness and wonder of my mind. Now, I've got another 3 fantastic ideas coming up this week. So, my first one is Lucky Dip train tickets. So, how this would work is, say you've got a free Saturday, you rock up to the station, you pay a cheap flat rate. Or actually, no, you have bands, so maybe you'll have the cheap band would be £5 ticket, then you'll have the £10 ticket, and then the 15. And you'll just get somewhere within that price range of ticket. You don't know where. So if you want a day out with your lovers or your friends and family, you go in and be like, "Can I have the £10 band ticket, please?" And then you could end up in somewhere as wonderful as Swindon.
Oh, I see. So it's the destination.
The destination is the Lucky Dip.
Yeah.
You could go all the way up to... In fact, we could expand it to airlines.
Yeah.
You could have the £200 Lucky Dip ticket.
The international one, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think...
And you could end up in Brussels or Syria.
I hear that Beirut's actually quite nice this time of year.
Did you get any
Very
clues,
cheap.
like take a stab vest or something like that?
Well, no, because it's lucky dip, isn't it?
It is lucky dip.
Once you
or unlucky dip, depending.
So I think some aspects of that are actually maybe feasible.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I agree. I think that's a very good idea.
Yeah, I think it's good fun.
Yeah.
It would certainly... And you can buy group tickets, so all the tickets go to the same place.
Yeah.
If you're like, I'm going for a great weekend with the lads, but you end up in completely different parts of the world.
Yeah. So
You can start your own travel business doing that.
Yes.
You could be Lucky Dip Travel.
Lucky Dip Travel. I can't afford. We only have one train to start with, though, because I can't afford.
And everyone would always know where it went
first.
Yeah.
Lucky Dip Travel was just Louise in her little red Ford car.
Do you find out where you're going as soon as you get the ticket? Or does it say,
Well,
just get on this train and stay there for 13 stops?
That would be good. But the thing is, when you're at the platform, it does say, this is the train heading to wherever, stopping at wherever, unless we actually revamped the whole station. So there's no signs apart from, there will be a train from this platform in 10 minutes.
So what, we've now got an entirely new train network. It's next to the normal train network.
Lucky Dip Train Network. For people who have nothing better to do with their time.
Or work in an unspecified location.
Yeah, it could be for people who can work from anywhere and get bored of their home office. And they're like, I feel like working somewhere within a 15-mile radius today.
I work from home or from Cardiff.
I'm bored of Bristol. I'm going to Weston-super-Mare to do my work today. Maybe Bradford-on-Avon. We'll see what happens.
Only problem is, you'd get a lot of drunk people. You know how they have a propensity to end up in other places they don't really want to be in anyway? You could get, especially with the international version, people just waking up in Hong Kong and being like, expletive, I don't want to be here.
Did you see that bloke who did that when he turned up in Paris?
Yeah, and he decided to spend the day there.
I don't know how real that is. Like, as in, how do you just do that? Surely he must have done it because he knew he'd get on the news for it.
The fact that he said he played sober enough to get through, like, passport control, but then didn't remember the flight and woke up in a toilet, meaning maybe he just drank more once he got on the plane.
Yeah, no, it did sound a bit dubious.
Yeah.
Still good, though.
Okay, next idea is, this isn't particularly revolutionary, but in-shower TV, but it would be touchscreen. Maybe just a touchscreen within your shower, because all I have in my shower is a poster of Anchorman attached to the glass, so all I've got is Ron Burgundy in my face, very close, and I was thinking,
Surely that's great. Surely when
it
you're
is.
lathering up the thing Ron Burgundy is all you want to see.
It's been good for the past 10 weeks, but I've got to say I'm growing tired of the moustache. And I was thinking, in the mornings, because I like to multitask, I like to have my news on while I'm getting dressed. I thought if I could have touchscreen news while I'm in the shower, 2 birds, 1 stone.
Oh, great. Very
Yeah.
good. But you're ruining shower singing.
Shower singing. I don't sing in the shower unless I definitely know that people aren't in the house. As you found out recently how much I don't want to sing.
But can you not use the screen as sort of a massive iPod and then just play music and then it makes shower singing better?
Yeah.
Got, like,
All you really need to do is get an iPad, cut out a hole in your shower, seal it in, and then just, I don't know, work out how to not electrocute yourself in the process of using it.
That's the important part there.
You could put it on the outside, couldn't you?
Then you can't touch it through the...
You could speak to it.
Siri, how am I looking today? You're looking very buff, Louise.
Yeah.
Why, thank you, Siri.
I can imagine it still being like, play Coldplay. Calling Mum. No. Oh, Mum, hi Mum, I'm in the shower.
Yeah, Skype, Mum.
No, I wasn't thinking of you, that's not why I called you.
What about if you were on the loo and you did it?
Yeah.
Call Mum. No.
Cry Hard 3 resorting to toilet humor.
Have you ever done that, though? I've been on the phone and then like, ooh, we need the loo, and then you just don't tell them.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I do that.
Fine, yeah.
I've on at least 1 or 2 occasions been like doing a slash and someone hasn't noticed. Because obviously it's quite noisy. They're like, John,
Obviously,
are you
John.
in the toilet?
Why are you weeing into the bowl? Well, don't wee into the water, wee around the bowl.
Well,
and they
normally I
can't
wouldn't,
hear.
but when you're trying to concentrate on having an in-depth conversation with someone, sometimes your aim isn't quite so good.
Oh, it's normally the flush.
Toilet,
the way I
it is
like
usually the flusher.
I think we should move
I
on.
think we probably should.
Toilet humour is not my favourite thing on a Saturday afternoon. Anyway, I probably should have done this with the other one, but you know how you can get air miles for all your travelling? I don't know if this already exists, but it definitely should. Rail miles. Considering how long it takes me to get home from here, and all the travelling around I generally do because I'm just a vivacious
Busy
sort
lady.
of person. Yeah. got lots of things going on in my life. Yeah, rail miles. I could definitely, go to Scotland. Never been there. I would like to save up enough rail miles to go to Edinburgh. What do you think?
I think that's a really, really good idea.
Like an actual... Yeah, this is the first one
really good.
that I've come up with, which is like an idea.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with air miles, though, I heard, was that they have enough air miles for everyone to do every journey sort of ever.
Yeah.
So this could happen with rail fares, and then they never make any money.
What, so people save up enough miles?
People save up that they never have to do it again. Although they do have to pay for a long period of time if that's happened in the first place.
Yeah, so it would mean, initially, more people travelling. I mean, I don't know how it would work out, because there's different rail services, and you don't choose whichever's the best, you just are stuck with the one in your area.
Yeah.
It would just have to be an national service, although international would be good. If you save up enough rail miles to get to Australia. It'd have to be boat miles as well, though.
Yeah. But you could get to Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could, couldn't
You
you?
could definitely get to Russia.
Get to Russia, yeah.
Yeah, you could get down from there, though. It's all one big continent.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then just...
Take you a long time to
Swim.
save up for
It'll take you a long time to get there as well.
Well, that's the end
No,
of...
that's a
No?
good idea.
Yeah.
I think that's
Okay,
the
well...
best.
So we've had 3 good ideas there, haven't we, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
they're
well,
never a bad
should we
idea.
have a thing where you pick the best out of today's 3?
Yeah.
So we've got rail miles, Lucky Dip train tickets, and in-shower iPad.
I would say the last one, rail miles.
See, I think rail miles is the best idea. I think Lucky Dip train tickets is the most fun idea.
I think students would love Lucky Dip train
Students would love
tickets.
that.
Right. Now, Louise, it's time for your song now, which normally goes with its own jingle, which in this case it does, but I'm not sure you're living up to it today, Louise, to be honest.
I'm letting the team down.
Here it is. Hold on. It's having a mare.
You're letting us down.
Hippie song of the week.
Now, what is it this week, Louise?
This week it is Spiralling by the wonderful Keen, featuring that guy Tom who sings.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what I found interesting about this choice, Louise, is you've ignored the radio edit and you've actually gone for the full-length version.
Oh,
so
that's
you get
good.
more Keen for your money.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I chose to do that.
Spiralling by Keen, Cry Hard 3, and on Burst Radio. Louise, you love this. I love it so much.
I'm smiling so much right now.
Keen on Burst Radio. I really like that song. It's my favourite Keen song. You're not that keen on it, are you, John?
No, I don't think it is my favourite Keen song, no.
I think it's the least bad of all the Keen songs.
Yeah, because it's your favourite, isn't it?
Yeah, relatively.
But I mean, you like all Keen songs.
I love all Keen
She
songs.
does love all Keen songs.
All of their albums, of which none of which I can name, but yeah.
What was the first one?
Hopes and Fears.
Hopes and Fears. Then there was...
Are we really doing
Under
this?
the Iron Sea.
Under the Iron Sea. Then there was this one, which is...
Perfect Symmetry.
Then there was that Nightline or whatever.
Yeah. Night Train.
Night Train. And then the latest one.
Strangeland.
Strangeland.
And I've also had several EPs beforehand.
Do you remember,
But I mean,
John,
Louise was telling me all of this beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in the...
Do you remember in first year, John, when I came into your room and you went, what's your favourite band? And I went, Keen, probably. And you went, I've got a piano book of Keen songs.
Yeah, we went
downstairs
and sang
and
them.
you were playing them, and I realised I didn't know any of the words. And John just started singing them. I was just stood there going, everybody's changing.
Yeah, that sort of...
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. That was amazing. You did look so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, I went in there thinking, right, Keen are my favourite band. I know all songs. I'm going to be great.
Yeah.
Thanks for flicking my ear.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And
it's
then
just
Louise
funny
came
'cause
down
it
and she knew
sticks
all
out.
the lyrics, so it was all right in the end, yeah.
Well,
Louise
belted
saves
them
the
out.
day once again with her beautiful singing voice.
And knowledge of Keen.
You are keen for Keen.
So
I was going to say
Keen,
that
Keen.
earlier, but I thought, no, they'll just beat me up.
Too far.
It's time for Student Solutions.
This is
That was
some nice-
seamless. That was seamless, was it?
Beautiful. Right.
That's what we lacked last week.
I haven't re-listened to it because I refuse to.
I listened to it. It
wasn't that
really
bad.
wasn't that bad.
No.
Okay. Anyway, student solutions this week, a very common problem for all of us, if you live with other people, is people taking a shower when you want to be taking a shower.
Yeah.
Well, not even that. Just when you need to go to the toilet.
Yeah, the toilet's the worst.
That's the
bit.
big one.
Yeah.
On several
well,
occasions
yeah.
last year, I remember we had to go over the road to the students'
Yeah.
like to use their toilets that will give you some form of hepatitis, and like It's just awful, isn't it? You come back feeling more dirty than you started and they're still in the shower.
So yeah, the problem I have at my house is it's 5 people in the house, 2 bathrooms. I only share with one person, but he always seems to get in at the moment. You know when you're lying in bed and you're like, I'm going to get up now and take a shower, and then I just hear clunk, door shut, and I'm like, for God's sake, George.
It's soul destroying, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
The worst thing is when you're like, I tell you what, I'm just going to have an extra 10 minutes lying this morning. I'm going to treat myself. I mean, I have to rush a bit in the morning, but I have that 10 minutes in bed. Then as you're getting up, again, the clunk of like, now I can't have a shower.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Especially when it doesn't actually sound like they're clean. They just lock themselves in the toilet for 20 minutes, and you're like, I don't even want to know.
Or they've turned the shower on to get it warm, but they've left it too long, so they're just plucking their eyebrows, wasting valuable water and shower.
Sorry, that was me.
Yeah.
Oh, guy's got to be perfect. No, Sales is taken to like watching videos on his phone, like whole videos. I don't know what he's doing in there. He always comes out and jokes about having done something else, if you know what I mean. But then I'm starting to wonder if he's actually doing that. I listen to music. So it's like 20 minutes, half an hour sometimes, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is awful. Yeah, it's terrible.
Did you see the strike action?
I did, yeah.
What does it?
Yeah, I ran into you at the library, just like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, saw you sort of walk past them and go, no, I'm alright, thanks.
Well, this is also a student solution.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
How
Segue.
to avoid people on strike. Because they were like those people with clipboards. That you
Oh,
see on the
yeah.
street. I was like zigzagging across the road to
I've had to
avoid
do
them.
that.
There was that guy outside the library who looked like Frankie Boyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much.
I got a leaflet right at the start of the day, and then every time I was walking somewhere, I'd just get that leaflet out and read it, and they'd all go, oh, I see you've already spoken to someone.
That's a good idea. I've used that technique with the numerous Specsavers men.
You should just go, I don't have eyes.
Exactly.
Just walk.
I'm blind.
There's nothing you can do for me.
I always get targeted by people from Specsavers.
I wonder why.
Yeah, but I've clearly got glasses on, so...
They're probably not the right ones, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, obviously don't have glasses. I suppose they could think I need them. Which I'm so tempted because it's always a man, isn't it? I've never seen a woman. I don't need glasses, Mom. Whatever.
But but they really annoyed me, the people on strike, because they think people care and they don't care.
No.
Because they're on about 60 grand as it is. Should I be doing this?
I don't know.
No.
What do we have to represent the views of the union because we're in the union?
That's a good point.
What does the union
We
think?
may have already broken several.
In the interest of balance, the strike action people are amazing and they are allowed to.
And they're hard workers and they don't get paid enough.
And they should definitely bother us when we're trying to get into the library.
That's 60 grand they're on slave labour.
Makes me sick.
Although what I was told is, I don't actually know if this is true, that they actually just don't increase wages with in line with inflation.
Oh no, they don't.
Which, you know, if that's the case, then I understand where they're coming from in terms of fairness.
Yeah.
Economics A-level coming into play there.
Everyone in the public sector's got to do that though.
What? Strike or just
pay freeze.
Oh, really?
You're listening to the Light Entertainment Comedy Show IR3.
Next up we have...
It's middle class Caucasian rap.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Which this week, now I was going to do, what was I going to do? I was going to do smoke weed every day. But
you didn't do it.
I didn't do it because I listened to it and it would have been impossible to do a nice version.
Right.
It was just full of swear words and expletives.
Aww.
So what I've chosen to do instead is Guilty Conscience by Dr. Dre and Eminem.
Yay!
Which I have definitely replaced. Now this was a spur of the moment thing because there's two people in it and they have an argument at the end. So I've changed it to Richard Osman and Alexander Armstrong from Pointless doing the discussion.
Right. Did you edit that or are you just going to do impersonation?
I'm going to do it. What do you mean?
I
No,
thought
I'm
you
going
just
to do
show.
one posh voice, which is Alexander Armstrong,
Okay.
and one normal voice, which is Richard Osman.
I thought you had spent like hours
No.
searching over recordings of Pointless, yeah.
So here we are. This is Middle Class Caucasian Rap live on Burst Radio.
Meet
Eddie, 33 years old. After a swan stole his salsa while on picnic with his wife, he decides to steal some more from a local deli. But on his way in, he has a sudden change of heart. And suddenly, his conscience comes into play. Alright, stop. Now, before you walk in the door of this local deli and put some salsa in your belly, you better think of the consequence. on your melon farmer conscience. That's nonsense. Go in, gaff all the money and run to one of your detached homes. You've contributed hundreds of pounds to this local business. Tell your wife you've legitimately bought it. You'll be safe for days as long as the CCTV doesn't spot you. Yeah, but if it all goes through like it's supposed to, the whole neighbourhood knows you and they'll expose you. Think about it before you walk in the door first. The owner has fine profit margins, so don't satisfy your salsa thirst. Flour that. Rob it, and enjoy this condiment, even though you can afford to buy it. You are that rich, why you give her down if she goes out of business? There's a Waitrose down the road that sometimes has it on offer. Man, don't do it, it's not worth it to risk it. Not over a small pot of salsa, just buy it. Don't even listen to Richard, yo, he's just racist. You know what, Alexander? I don't like your attitude. Meet Stan, 21 years old. After meeting a young girl at university, they decide to have an ill-fated baby out of wedlock. Once again, his conscience comes into play. Now listen to me while you're kissing her cheek and having sex early so you can get lots of sleep. Now she'll be up for it after watching Mary Berry. Yo, you two aren't going to marry? That's what poor people do. That's not fair. Yo, modern day life is different thanks to Tony Blair. Conceive a child right here on the spot here. Ignore her parents' reservation and their fear. Man, ain't you ever seen Downton Abbey? No, but I know marriage gets pretty scabby. Sugar, do you want to get criticised by the next door neighbour? It may affect her chances in the market of labour. Meet Grady, a 45-year-old banking worker. After coming home from a hard day's work, he walks in on the door of his massive home to find his daughter watching The X Factor. Alright, calm down, relax, start breathing. Calm down, you just caught this girl deceiving. While you're at work, she's trying to watch this karaoke contest. Don't let her off, send her straight to her room. Wait, what if there's an explanation for watching the show? What, she tripped, fell, landed on the remote? Alright, Shady, maybe he's right, Grady, but think about the baby before you get all crazy. Okay, thought about it, still want to discipline her? Reaffirm your point that Strictly is better to her? That's what I did, be smart, she'll soon get taste. You gonna sit here and watch a man with trousers up to his waist? What you say? What's wrong, didn't think I'd remember? I don't really think you know the answers to all those questions. Mr. Osmond, Mr. Know-it-all, Mr. I always have obscure knowledge about rare things. I'm the real presenter and a full-time ledge. Because he didn't have waste time watching the TV I have. Been there, done that. Oh, sod it, I'm going for a drive. Oh no, my Lexus is backfiring. Brilliant. That was Middle Class Caucasian Rap live on Burst Radio.
Well done, Whitty.
What did you think?
Really impressed.
I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know how you come up with those every week. They're amazing.
Takes me about an hour.
Takes about an hour.
Did you like the Alexander Armstrong, Richard Osmond
I did like
shift
them.
to it?
I did like them, yeah.
If I knew who they were, then yes, I would be very impressed.
Yep. Right, so now, just give me that.
Now it's time for John's prank call, isn't it?
Mm-hmm, it is
Now,
indeed.
what have you done this week, John? Give us
Now,
a
this
little bit
week,
of a setup.
I prank called my friend Harvey Johnson, who I don't think knows he's going to be on the radio yet, so... although I did send him a message saying something that gave him a massive clue that it was me on the phone. Anyway, I rang two people this week, basically pretending to be James from Foster's UK, asking them to fill out a quick survey for us that would only take 5 minutes.
Did you do an Australian accent?
I did, for the whole thing.
Right.
For the whole thing, I'm Australian, mate. So it's James here calling from Foster's UK. So, yeah, the start of this one wasn't as good as the other one, but it went on for so much longer, and I got some genuinely good advice from Harvey. So, Foster's UK, if you're listening... Harvey took it very seriously, and fair play to him. It was good fun to talk to, so here we go.
We're listening to Cry Out 3, aren't we?
Radio station?
That's radio.
Hello.
Hi there, am I speaking to Mr. Harvey Johnson?
Yes, indeed.
Hi, it's James calling from Foster's UK.
From who, sorry?
Foster's?
Right.
Yeah, your number's been randomly selected to ask you a survey in which you will win a free crate of beer if you answer us. Have you got 5 minutes?
I'm sorry, I'm not interested in the survey. But
oh, come on, it'll only take 5 minutes, please. I mean, it's only 5 minutes and you'll get a free crate of beer out of it.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much, Mr. Johnson. I really won't take up much of your time. So, do you drink Fosters very often?
No.
No. Okay. Do you ever drink Fosters?
No.
Never. Have you ever drank Fosters?
I have in the past.
Oh, great. So, when you drank Fosters, did you like it?
Accent.
It's all right.
Can you expand on that for me, please?
I don't choose it out of preference if there are alternatives.
And why is that?
I find it a little watery.
Okay, fine. Can you give feedback on what you think you could do to improve it?
To give it a more intense flavour.
Okay, fine. And are there any other flavours that maybe you'd like to see in it in the future?
Hops.
Hop. Yeah, okay, fine. I mean, obviously, as you know, Foster's... Pardon?
HOPS, that one?
Yeah, I know, don't worry. Obviously, being beer, Foster's does contain quite a few hops, but, I mean, if you think that we could add more, this is feedback I will return to my bosses. So, okay, hops, that's good. Anything else?
Or malt?
Malt? Well, obviously Foster's contains malt too, but, yeah, again, I will say that we could add more malt to it. That's great. Thank you very much, Mr. Johnson. I won't take up much more of your time. If you could describe Foster's in 3 words, what would they be?
3 words. Watery Australian lager.
Okay, that's quite harsh, Mr. Johnson, but okay, I'll take your word for that.
No, 2 out of 3 are just factual. Only one of the words could be deemed as harsh.
And which one is that?
Watery.
I thought you were going to say Australian there, I'm not going to lie.
No, it's just subjective, but I find it watery. Other people really enjoy it.
No, that's fair enough, and that's good feedback. That's good feedback to have, so I do appreciate it, don't you worry. Yeah, and just a few more questions, really. Have you ever recommended lager, the Foster's lager, to a friend of yours?
I have a friend who is quite keen on it.
Oh, that's great. Who's that?
A housemate.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So someone, at least someone likes lager, dead sort of lager.
Yeah.
And has anyone ever recommended it to you?
I can't remember. I think he might have in the past. I think he might have offered me one.
Okay, that's totally fair enough. That's good. And have you ever drunk lager on a night out? That is Foster's lager on a night out.
Yeah, probably a few years ago.
A few years ago. Okay, so not recently then.
Not recently.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about that. I must say to you that Foster's has made great efforts to change its recipe recently, and so it's tasting a lot better as of late. I mean, would that perhaps tempt you to try it sooner?
I'll bear it in mind.
Okay, that's great, Mr. Johnson. And just one more question: has a night out where you could consume Foster's ever led to a sexual encounter?
No.
No, that's unusual. A lot of people who have Foster's do end up having sexual encounters of at least some form, and we found a striking amount of people who've had Foster's on a night out have actually ended up having some sex with more than one person. But if you insisted that's never happened, then that's fine. That's okay. I'm not going to judge you.
No, I can't say that's happened to me.
It's happened to me, I can tell you that one. But that's fair enough. No, and how about your flatmate who likes Foster's? Did that ever happen to him?
I couldn't possibly say.
You couldn't say. No, that's all right. Don't worry. And just one final thing. Have you got any other feedback you'd like to give to Foster's?
I don't know. I mean, it's developed a bit of a stereotype, I guess. You could maybe consider rebranding it.
Well, okay, fine. And how would you recommend that we rebrand Foster's Lager?
I don't know. Think about like changing the appearance of the town that comes in, or
that's a good idea.
Or changing the logo or the advert. Okay. I don't know, something like that.
Something like that. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. No, that's a pretty good idea. And if we were to change the logo, how exactly would you recommend that we did that?
Sorry, was that the logo?
Yeah, the logo. What would you recommend that we did to change the logo?
Good question. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's currently like a blue S with a yellow border, isn't it?
That is correct. And as of late, we've obviously had the old-fashioned one from 1883, but yeah, you're right, it isn't here.
So, I don't know, maybe associate, I'm not in advertising, maybe associate it with something that people feel positively about and that will give them confidence, like, you know, the Superman logo has that sort of diamond shape.
Now that's a fair
it.
point.
You could put the F in the middle of the Superman diamond shape instead of the S.
Now that could work. We can look into that for you.
Well,
yes.
I don't know.
Okay,
yeah.
brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time, Mr. Johnson. I won't keep you for any longer, but we'll call you back with regards to giving you your free beer.
Okay. Have a good evening.
Lots of love. Speak to you soon.
Bye for now.
Oh, that was magnificent.
Wow.
So yeah, we got some genuine feedback there from Mr. Harvey, who I have to thank considerably for putting up with that. Yeah.
Can't believe he stayed on the line for 7 minutes.
7 minutes. I know. Especially since I did such a shoddy introduction as well. It's just survey. Yeah. What was that?
What was that?
That was the next song.
Oh yeah, no, I love that song.
What's the next song, John?
Well, you see, because I really love Shania Twain. Sorry, I can't pronounce was.
Is she a relative of Mark Twain?
I don't think so, but that would only improve her songs, I'm sure.
She's not impressed by much, though.
She's not impressed by much. No,
That's what I found with Shania.
that's
a bit
what I found
mardy.
as well. She's a bit mardy. She's a little bit mardy, but that doesn't mean that her songs aren't
Doesn't
beautiful.
matter if you're a spaceman or Brad Pitt, she is not impressed.
She's not, no. But her songs have a way of touching the heart that I find many artists lack these days.
Okay, John, we're going to have to play the song because you're getting a bit emotional there.
Okay.
Shania Twain on Burst Radio.
Cry Hard 3.
Yeah, that.
I mean, it's just truly, it touches the heart in a way that I can't imagine. And as I said, it's just amazing. But it was in the charts for 2 weeks at number 4 in 1993 when it was released to generally high critical acclaim. And I think we'll all agree that is good.
It's really out in 93.
Yes, it was 93.
I did really enjoy that.
We were 2 years old at the time this song came out.
Cheers, Shania.
Thanks.
Also sums up your Friday night, didn't it, John? You dress like a woman.
Oh yes, no, it's Sundays
Go
actually.
out
But okay.
at night.
In lacy pants.
Now, after that fantastic start, it's time for this. It's the Weight Watchers Quiz of the Week. Now, I'm the host this week, so that means that I will be picking the brains of John and Louise. I've got a fantastic last round.
Have you?
Yeah, I've got 2 questions and then a
You're not
stink
going
around.
to make me sing again, are you?
No.
Is it rigged so that Louise has the easier answers?
No.
It's rigged because my brain works better than
Hers
yours
does
by
work better than
default.
mine.
If anything, I think you'll be a better place to answer the question, John.
Right.
So live on Burst Radio, it's the Weight Watchers Quiz of the Week. Right then. Now,
This music makes me tense.
it's supposed to.
I can't deal with the pressure.
Question 1.
No.
John.
Ah.
Who has stopped attacking people after seeing a psychiatrist this week? A. Former Cheggers Place pop presenter Keith Chegwin, whose attacks on local residents with mouldy vegetables were labelled annoying and stupid by police. Shiny the cat, who has left some of his victims needing hospital treatment after launching himself at them. Or Bella the cow, who worried her farmer by seeming to elicit pleasure from continually nudging herself against the electric fence surrounding her field.
I'm going to go with B.
You are correct.
Yes.
The malicious Moggy, dubbed the Devil Cat after terrorising a village, is getting treatment from an animal therapist. But owners Mandy and Adrian Knowles were relieved when animal psychologist Dr. Roger Mugford declared that Shiny was not psychotic.
Good.
She just has daddy issues.
How many of those are there in the country?
I don't know.
Can't be many.
Not many. Question 2, Louise.
Yes.
What have Ladbrokes put 2,000 to 1 odds on in the last week? A. Odds of England winning all their games before reaching the World Cup final and winning it as well. Brian Griffin returning for a Christmas special of Family Guy, or a zombie apocalypse occurring on Christmas Day.
I'm going to go with number 1. A?
No, it's C, a zombie apocalypse. Ladbrokes has announced the surprising odds for a zombie apocalypse to happen on December the 25th.
I'm worried now.
A rise of the undead is more likely than Crystal Palace winning the Barclays Premier League, but Sean Page, the expert and author of the Zombie Survival Manual, is urging people to prepare for the worst, as Christmas is the most likely time for a zombie apocalypse. Question 3, John.
Well-known fact.
What has happened to Australian Nathan Grindle 2 years in a row? Is it A, he was duped by fake emails from a Chinese and Nigerian businessman and has wasted over £30,000 of his own money over 2 years? B, he has been wrongly included in the Australian cricket team after selectors confused him for Nathan Brindle, their number 3 ranked fast bowler. C, he has been removed from 2 different darts venues after the crowd got so worked up over his resemblance to Jesus Christ.
I'm going to go with C.
You would be correct. Now, would you like to hear Nathan Grindle being removed?
Yep, I would love to.
Here we go. Let's play this. Now, this is him being removed from the venue. So lucky he did nothing wrong, but he got taken out because of his resemblance to Jesus Christ, our Saviour. Question 4.
Lord of Christmas.
Louise.
Yes.
Now, the start of this question is going to make you get worried a second, but I promise you it's all right.
Okay.
A man has dramatically faced his victim in a sex trial this week, but who was the victim? A goat. A goat who was forced to come face to face with his Kenyan victim. The live animal was brought into court as a witness after the Kenyan man admitting to having sex with it. B. Robin Thicke, who felt contrary to popular opinion that he had been objectified and lured into a recording studio by the women in his crude and explicit video Blurred Lines. Or C. Adrienne, a German shepherd who went to the newly started dog court in the Netherlands. His owners claim that he was abused by a 1-foot-long Jack Russell who lives down the road from them, leaving him scarred and shaking uncontrollably.
I'm going to go with A.
You would be correct.
Yes.
No way.
The nanny goat was presented to a magistrate
Nanny goat.
and looked on as Kitsao Gona was jailed for 10 years after admitting his crime. He was caught in the act when a passerby saw his shorts getting caught in a bush.
Oh my.
That's a cheery story.
Oh my.
Now, this is the stinker round. It is the what would you do right round. So, I'm going to give you the same scenario, and the best retort to this scenario wins the quiz.
Ooh.
Okay, so, right. What would you do right? You're doing your Christmas shopping, and you're sat at your desk in your room. You're buying me a present for a pair of trousers that I don't know are being bought for me. However, the website is asking you for a measurement of my leg size. You have no idea of leg sizes, so you get a picture of me up on Facebook to see how long my legs are, and pull down your trousers to measure your own legs to see how long they are. Then, you hear me knocking on the door, you shout don't come in, but I ignore it. I see you, with your trousers down, sat at your desk with a picture of me up on your computer screen. I say, what the hell are you doing? What's your response? Louise, you can go first.
At least I'm not John.
John?
I would say, well, it's exactly what it looks like, and to be honest, I'm nearly there. Do you want to finish me off?
John wins this week's quiz!
There we go! And I hope my family aren't listening.
Wonderful effort there, John.
Beautiful.
Thank you. That was based on a true story, by the way.
Merry Christmas, everyone! Now, the next song is The Best of Colston Hall. Now, I've picked Katie Tunstall, and I know what you're thinking. It's not 2005, but we're a show that doesn't care what people think of us. You know, John, you know, you don't care how you look.
It's true.
You know, how you dress, the way you speak.
How you come across to people in general.
The way I smell as well.
Yeah, the way people talk about you behind your back.
That's
you know,
true.
that just sums up our attitude to music, really. You know. So it's Katie Tunstall. Suddenly I saw her live and she was amazing. She didn't have a band or anything, and she'd just play little things on a guitar, loop it, and then just play it again. So loop it and then play over the top, and it was really, really good.
That's cool.
So here she is. This is Suddenly I See live. Tunstall live on First Radio with Suddenly I See. And if you can see her live, I'd recommend seeing it. It's goodbye from us now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, John, for making you stay for 30 seconds longer.
All right.
John's a busy man with places to go.
I'm a very busy man. I've been in rehearsal
People to
since
do and things to see.
9:45 this
Nothing more
morning.
than a petulant child today. Now, we're going to
That is
send
so
you off
harsh.
with the XX intro. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you next week. And Unsaid with Steph and Annie are coming up next. Goodbye!
Bye.